I'm Neal Nixon, and I am talking with Pancrazio Auteri, who is the CTO of ContentWise. Pancrazio, thanks very much for joining us this morning. We're at NAB Show New York. ContentWise, can you just explain a little about the work you've done on improving the whole content recommendation technology, for want of a better word, and how that's benefiting broadcasters and viewers alike?
Sure, thank you for having me first. We work in the recommender engine space since 9 years now. And a few years ago, we realized that our customers were needing more than a recommender engine. And we looked at how they worked, and we found that the amount of human creativity and expertise was huge into the success of their services. So we tried to blend in the human creativity and human ingenuity that they were putting and expertise with the machine speed of our machine learning and artificial intelligence systems. And we came out with this software that provides what we call internally a UX engine, because on one side offers APIs that client developers can use to personalize the experience of the user, so where to put which content above the fold of a screen, for example. And on the other side, we provide actionable analytics so that all the user interactions and the stimulations offered by the application to the user are measured. And so the editorial team, the marketing team, and the content planning teams can take decisions in an informed way. And this led to an interesting interaction between us and our customers, where observing the friction points and observing what was working in terms of automation led to the product that we launched a few weeks ago, that is a complete UI automation system, where even the carousels and the section that are put in front of the user are chosen by a set of rules that blends editorial, curation, and algorithmic decisions.
Okay, so in your case, is the machine effectively learning about the user as it goes? Is it picking up information so that it becomes more and more interactive with that end user?
Yes, that's very fascinating. And especially when the machine starts from a piece of editorial narrowing that gives some hint to the system in order to welcome the user, and then based on what the user does or doesn't do, which is very interesting, the system starts changing and specializing what is put on screen, because the two big problems that nobody can change are that the screen size is limited and the attention span of a person is limited. So the time to choice, what we call as the king of metrics for us, is the time to choice, is what we try to minimize, is really what you see going down, a day after day when the user interacts with the service.
Okay.
And this leads to interesting business impacts. The first is to increase the conversion of trial phases, for example. If you start a free trial of a service, the cohort of users that is fed by ContentWise decisions has a 40 or 50% more chance to become a paying user. Okay. And this is amazing for our customers, for SVOD, for example. But also in gossip videos and news videos, the number of videos that the user watches in a single session is increased by 400% sometimes, because users at the end of a video sees something that is, again, interesting. It is a blend of recency of the video, is a blend of popularity, because the wisdom of the crowd is also an important signal, and is also resonating with personal biases and personal taste. So all this is because the editorial team gave good hints and good tagging of the system, and the machine learning learned what is relevant for you.
Okay, so the benefits to your customer is greater quality of experience for their customers, and also monetization possibilities.
Yes, because on the satisfaction we have the end of endless sessions in browsing content, maybe using browsing trees that are based on a taxonomy that is not natural and native to the user, while we create collections on the fly that can revolve around a simple topic, a simple element taken typically from the metadata that the user recognizes. And on the other side, if the business model is based on the number of consumption, for example, advertising-based model or subscription-based model where the frequency of return is the key driver for the retention, these are business models that ContentWise impact positively in a very, very, very strong way.
Okay. And just one quick question on the technology, your UX engine, can that work with any UI, or do you build your own UIs, or specifically only work with certain ones? How do you get to the marketplace?
Yeah, this is another good question, because our design team designed the API in order to support any kind of UI, any kind of platform, from iOS to Xbox to even a VR set, because we also transmit in the API metadata that are understood by the widgets and by the UI components, so that the UI developer can even use ContentWise to deliver remote configuration, and so minimizing what is hard-coded in the client. And in an app world today, when you have to change the code in the client, it's very painful, because you have to change the code, go through QA, go through the approval of the app stores, and then hope that users upgrade the application. So we removed all the needs for these changes in the client, on the client in the fields, because everything is changed in a centralized point of control, not only for the content, which is the focal point of ContentWise, content experience, but also in all the metadata that are consumed by the client application to generate the UI.
Excellent. Well, just briefly, just to finish, what will the future of content recommendation look like, powered by ContentWise?
We believe that working on improving the conversation between the user and the applications is really key. And this is because the application is not anymore just a piece of glass with icons to click, but it becomes a real entity that interacts. And thanks to the real-time capabilities that we are infusing in the system, this can really finally happen in a real-time and conversational manner.
Excellent. Well, Pancrazio, thank you very much for joining us. I wish you a very successful NAB Show New York, and have a good day.
Thank you, Neal, and thank you for listening.
Thank you.